Demoness asks,
how is nightlife in Korea? Are clubs any different from those in North America? And are there other common nightlife activities apart from clubs and bars? Ooh, fun nightlife topics.
all right, so we're specifically going to be talking about Korean style nightlife because there is a big foreign scene in Korea. For example, Itaewon. Itaewon freedom.
Itaewon.
I didn't plan that very well. We're supposed to see the beginning.
And that is catered to a foreign style audience, so you can't get typical bars at that area.
But we're going to be talking about Korean style bars specifically.
Let's start with bars.
Korean bars are absolutely nothing like North American bars.
Well, they're kind of like it in that
they serve alcohol.
Indoors and they're dark. They play music.
They have titles like Booby Booby, Simon.
Well, pretty awesome bar.
Booby Booby just means like physical contact between couples.
booby
But we're
booby.
like, you shouldn't write that in English because it has a different meaning to foreigners.
False advertising. I went there, not what I expected.
No boobies at all. So the Korean bar layout is very different in the sense that it's not a big open room with a bar where you kind of like stand around with your drinks awkwardly and try to make eye contact and flirt with people. It's kind of set up like a restaurant. So when you go in, you should be going with your friends. You're not going to go like alone and get a table. So everyone's sitting at their own tables, they're doing their own thing, they're playing their own games, and the only time you've ever seen people socialize with other tables is when they're like university students and like drinking
There's
and
a
playing
drinking
games
game
or
and they
something.
lost, and the consequence is that they have to go to another table and try to pour them a shot or get them to pour them a shot. But otherwise, there is no interaction between strangers. Long story short, you can't go, hey girl, can I buy you a drink? Not in a Korean style bar, at least.
No. And the only thing that really differs at Korean bars will be the layout. So you might have one where you're sitting at a table, but it's like a giant open room so you can see everyone, or you have the very private kind of places where you go and it's like a little booth that actually like closes up.
And there are like walls around so you can't
Yeah.
see what other people are doing. It's very, very privatized.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to the menu, there's something called anju, and anju means buying food to go with your drink, and you must do it. It's like some kind of secret
You
cardinal
can't just
rule.
get a drink on its own. Like we went there, we just like want some bottles of soju. They're like, you must buy anju. And I'm like, well, I don't want anju. And they're like, well, you must.
Must.
Let's move on to dance clubs and nightclubs.
And the reason we say that is because they are two very different things, which I learned the hard way. When I was still teaching, I did a lesson on going dancing, and I used something like, why don't we go to a nightclub? And everyone in class was like, and I'm like, all right, I know from those giggles that I've said something off. And it turns out that nightclub has a different meaning in Korea. It's specifically a place that you go to pick people up, while a dance club is slightly different. It's like a place where you just go dancing with your friends.
Now, something we find really hilarious and odd about Korean dance clubs is that there seems to be this like system of organized dances. Like when the two of us go dancing, we just like dance to anything
We're like,
without any like rhyme or reason.
I don't know the song,
We
but let's
try
do this.
to like have some kind of rhythm going on when we're dancing if we're lucky, but we're not the best dancers, so we just like wing it.
Oh, what's that one techno song that everyone organized dance to? Wait, okay, ready?
Whenever this song comes on, it's like all the Korean people that are there know the exact dance to do. It's like this like soccer
It's
dancer,
like
which like
they-
hop across legs, and then they like kick like an imaginary ball. Everybody does it. I'm looking at like how do you know this? But what's weird is that if there's a song that doesn't have an organized dance, people won't dance to it. They're just like stand around and drink. But as soon as like an organized dance song comes on, everybody's up and starts dancing.
Well, the first time you guys see it, you're gonna just be totally amazed, and then you're gonna feel like a total douche for not being able to dance with them, and then you might even break your ankle trying to join them.
Like Martina did.
Nightclubs are laid out in a special way for you to meet other people. And the places that are made specifically for doing this are called booking clubs. So booking clubs you go to and you actually will be like seated at a table with your girlfriends, and then there'll be guys seated at different tables, and every booking club is a little different, but some of them will have it so that like the waiters will hook you up with the table. So you're like, look at those sexy ladies over there. And then you go over to their table and you like just sit down because the waiters have like hooked you up.
So the waiters are like the wingmen there. They're the ones that are trying to facilitate the relationship building process. Now the next level up apart from that is something that we've never experienced ourselves, but we've been told about a lot. They're host clubs.
You mean like kiss, kiss, fall in love?
Na 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 na. Hey, hey. No, you don't have Honey Senpai and Mori Senpai. and-
Although it is based off of that. So any of you guys that watch J-dramas have probably already seen host clubs.
So the basic idea here is that you're essentially paying people who are working there to pour you drinks and to flirt with you and to have conversation.
So there are two different kinds. There's obviously an all-male host bar, which is for women to go to. And these host bars are filled with like very good-looking Korean men and very good-looking Korean women. The hosts, that is. The hosts are very good-looking.
If you're not into dancing in clubs, there are other nightlife activities that you could partake in. Korean, primarily eating. There's a lot of like outdoor patios during the summertime that you could just like sit down in, grill some meat out with your friends, drink a whole bunch of soju and beer, and just have a good time with your friends doing that.
And don't forget the prerequisite for after drinking. You must go to Noribong. That is a huge part of Korean culture. You eat, you drink a lot, then you go to a Noribong where you drink a lot, and then you get totally drunk, and then you fall asleep somewhere on the ground at 4 a.m. and nobody robs you.
Well, you don't have to drink a lot. Like, I know that people do drink a lot, but
Yes.
you can just enjoy like food and Noribong without drinking that much.
Yes, you can.
But you're in the wrong country for it if you do. So that's just like a short user's guide rundown of what nightlife is like in Korea. There are lots of other things that we could get into more detail about, but we can't cram that into a short video.
And if you don't have any money and you can't afford to do any of those things, go to Hongdae and hang out in the free park. Just sit around and drink and stuff.
That's what we like doing. We like hanging out in the free park in Hongdae. So that's it for this week's TLDR. If you have a question for next TLDR, leave a question in the comment section below.
Or check out the questions already asked and you can thumb up the ones you like. And if it comes to our attention and we like it, perhaps we will answer that question.
And don't forget to subscribe for more TLDRs.
I'm gonna do the techno dance now. Ready?
I bet you all the Korean people that are watching this video actually like stood up without actually knowing it and started dancing out of control.
Automatically.
Yep.
It's really unfair.